This year, the entire student body came to the first day of school with their new iPads to start a new chapter in Sacred Heart history. I have to admit, it was a little crazy and maybe a little overwhelming and even a little too much fun at first. But after a few months, the iPads have really started to make a difference.
I'm Pamela Desmarais. I'm the president at Sacred Heart School in Kingston, Mass. And I'm very excited to be working on the iPad Professional Development Program for Catholic schools. All of this work throughout this year is really to help us develop a curriculum or curricula for elementary, middle schools, other secondary schools who may want to follow in our footsteps and implement iPads into their own classrooms. And using this type of technology with iPads, which is very cutting edge, in the classrooms and across the whole school, helps to support how important Catholic schools are in educating students today.
So, thanks to a grant from the Catholic Schools Foundation, whether we're using them to be more organized, to lighten the loads in our backpacks, or for all kinds of learning in and out of the classroom, we at Sacred Heart are using our iPads.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gill. I'm the principal here at Sacred Heart High School. I want to talk to you just for a brief moment about iPads here at Sacred Heart, and from someone who's in classrooms every single day, I can certainly vouch for the fact that they are being utilized quite well by our teaching staff as well as our students.
At Sacred Heart, all the students grades 7 through 12 have iPads, and the teachers do too. As a community, it has brought us closer because not only do we all have something in common, but the lines of communication between students, faculty, and families has never been better.
The great thing about the iPad at Sacred Heart is that it boosts the connection between the teacher and the student. It also enables the students and teachers to work in the classroom more efficiently and keeps me organized.
We do a lot of presentations on the iPad, which make it a lot easier not only to communicate if you're in a group with like your other partners, but we also put things on the screen, and it makes it easier for us, the other members of the class, to understand what's actually going on.
The iPads have really helped with the communication on the group projects. We did a group lab report for biology, and all of us turned on our iMessage, got them all together, and we assigned the parts of the lab report that we wanted to work on, so that way we could divide up the group without having to call one person up or send out emails that may or may not have been received that day.
Anytime you're introduced to a new piece of technology, there is a learning curve, and we all knew there would be an adjustment period using the iPads. However, the school's clear user agreement and willingness to facilitate opportunities have really helped to make this a smooth transition. We have both students and faculty iPad teams who are readily available to help in any way. And many of Sacred Heart's teachers have been participating in the 3 school iPad workshops with Archbishop Williams and Cardinal Spellman. Classroom lessons are getting more and more interactive every day.
The I-Team, we have 4 faculty members from Sacred Heart that are working with faculty members from Cardinal Spellman and Archbishop Williams. And together there's 12 of us, and we try to form professional developments to help all of our faculties increase their use and their knowledge of the iPad.
We're involved in trying to educate the staff on the use of iPads. We see a lot of our staff really starting to embrace the iPads and use them in many varied and different ways.
We've been doing different workshops and different types of things, and what we're trying to really focus on is that people use the iPad to accent the way that they already teach and not just use it to cram it into a lesson plan.
Well, the iPad team started with 12 students, 2 from each grade, and our main purpose was to help explore new ways of using the iPad in the classroom and throughout the school community.
We also wrote the AUP, which is the user agreement and everything, and the rules and regulations for the iPad. And we offered a lot of suggestions to administration about the iPads, but we're certainly here to help the students with the iPads if they have any troubles, if there's any glitches.
Throughout the whole school, students and faculty are using the iPads to stay organized. We are using them to remind us of due dates and deadlines, and we are using them to lighten our backpacks too. I used to have 7 notebooks, but now they're all on here. And see these shelves? They all used to be filled with textbooks, but now almost 50% of students' books are on the iPad.
I happen to be a very disorganized person. Before the iPad, I had to rely on multiple paper notebooks, and I would frequently lose them because I would just throw them in my backpack and all of a sudden not know where any of them are. I do know, however, where my iPad is at all times.
I really like it because I take all my notes on my iPad, so I don't have to carry around all my notebooks, and it's a lot easier to print things because I don't have to email things to myself. I can just print it right from my iPad.
I'd say they've definitely helped me put my notes all in order, and they've also helped me organize that by subject. So I can have math or religion or lit all in just one app. And so, I mean, that saves yourself from having to buy, 3 or 4 notebooks. And then
I haven't had to run back to my classroom in the middle of a period to grab my textbook because the few textbooks I have are in my backpack and all my other textbooks are on my iPad and all my notes are on my iPad, so I don't have to search through my backpack for 20 minutes trying to find a piece of paper that we've already moved on from.
So with students' backpacks lighter and with the ability to organize all your notes, we're ready to get some real learning done. And the iPad helps here as well. And since we don't use smartboards, teachers are using different ways to get the learning done. We have numerous Apple TVs, neither projectors or TV screens for the teachers to use in class, and we're using them more and more every day.
Hi, my name is Karen Arnold, and I'm the school librarian here at Sacred Heart High School. Here in the library, we're able to use them for presentations. Yesterday, we had Miss Nancy Swanson here, and she had her 7th grade Spanish class. They were doing presentations on Spanish-speaking countries. It was really awesome to see them use YouTube videos, music, sound. You're able to get a full sensory experience between listening and hearing and even reading what they were doing about their Spanish-speaking countries. It was really neat.
It's really more interactive in the classroom.
Most teachers have screens in their room, which they either play videos from their iPad on, but more importantly, the student is allowed to transport anything they have on their iPad to the screen. For instance,
the teacher will be given a presentation, and the student will find something on their iPad, and they can throw it up on the screen and say, "This is another aspect of whatever we're learning." We have Apple TVs as well as projectors. So teachers use it to mirror the iPads, show videos, presentations, to really engage the students in a way like there's never been done before.
And when we made our presentations on our iPad, we then put them on the Apple TV and presented them so that way the whole class could see, and you just slid along through the PowerPoint, and then someone else jumped on, and it was very seamless and easy.
The classroom. She taught us how to use the app, and all of us were able to work in a unified effort to create this project.
We just download them onto our iPads and we can use them as he projects it onto the board.
I allow the kids access to Khan Academy in the classroom. So that allows the kids to check out videos on the topics and do problems, and I'm able to group them according to ability based on their proficiency on the topic at hand.
I'm a social studies teacher, and one of the things I've been teaching my entire career is about revolution. But little did I know that I would be living in a revolution, and I really believe that iPads in the classroom are revolutionary. It's going to change everything. We don't even know in 5 years how much of an effect this is going to have, but it's certainly going to be exponential. One of the things I think that iPads are so good for the kids, from their perspective, is it puts the world at their fingertips. Okay, you have to remember, in the old days, doing research, which is really important in social studies classes, particularly dusty libraries with bookcases and piles of newspapers and magazine racks, we don't have to worry about that anymore. They can look up something right in the classroom and get it right to their desk immediately. And so we're learning from them, they're learning from us. It's really a wonderful, wonderful thing to have in the classroom.
Well, it's only been 6 months, but I can honestly say that I can't remember what I ever did without one. And we at Sacred Heart are finding more productive ways to include our iPads in the learning process every day. Now, it seems logical that someday every student in America will have one of these iPads in their hands at school. But who knows when that will be? I'm glad I didn't have to wait. Thanks to the Catholic Schools Foundation and to the forward-thinking administration here at Sacred Heart, we are staying ahead of the curve because we are using our iPads.
Now say, sometimes I feel like I could do anything, and sometimes I'm so lot of them are kinda weak in the knees. Learning late about the birds and the bees. Falling in love and want to be set free. Playing ball at the age of 13. Everybody's going up with a dream. I never noticed what could happen to me. Time flies when you walk in the streets. 1 minute got you holding an ace. The next minute got you fall on your face. I mean, city is a nasty place. Only a rat can win a rat race. Peace to the people who be falling away. Peace, girl, to make it home today. Peace to the people who be trying to find some kind of life. Sometimes I feel like I could do anything, and sometimes I'm so alive, so alive. Sometimes I feel like I could zoom across the sky, yeah. Sometimes I wanna cry. Let love never stop now. My love will never stop now. Let love never stop now. My love will always shine. Sound body, sound of mind, sound of the rhythm, the sound of the rhyme. Somebody marching all of the time. Biggest mistakes are the humanist kind. Judge not, lest you be judged. The courtroom or the billy club. Blood bubbling thicker than mud, y'all. The heartbeat rubber dubbed up. Show love and love for you know. Family wherever you go. Tokyo to Acapulco. Bravissimo, magnifico. Peace to the people who be losing their head. Peace to the people who be needing a bed. Love to the people who be feeling alone. Spreading love on the microphone. Hope to the people who be feeling down. Smile to the people who be wearing a frown. And faith to the people who be seeking the truth, y'all. All of the time. I say, sometimes I feel like I could do anything, and sometimes I'm so alive, so alive. Sometimes I feel like I could zoom across the sky, yeah. Sometimes I wanna cry. One more time. Sometimes